go live, just get started, but let me just get a few things lined up and then we'll start in like 5 minutes.
Let me hit this mushroom pen real quick.
Yeah, you guys get comfortable.
Shit. All right.
I'm getting cooked.
Yeah, man, I got this vape pen. I got a mushroom in it that I got from San Fran.
You said a mushroom pen?
what the fuck?
Yeah, it's mushroom. It's psilocybin in here.
Bro.
Nice.
Psilocybin crystals.
Yo,
yeah.
you gotta send me one of those, bro.
Rusty, the last time
if you really want, bro, I'm
Nah,
this is
seriously.
crazy shit. I've never heard of this
How much?
before, bro.
Yeah.
It's like 70, bro.
For
It's
what?
not that bad. It's not that bad. They got like a.
Nah,
it
yeah,
had
that's
like
good. That's
yeah.
good for a pen. What?
It had a gram. It had a gram,
Ripped.
bro. It had a gram.
Nah, bro. I'll definitely hit you up. We'll talk.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
that sounds
it was-
fucking awesome.
It was pretty
I need
legit,
that.
bro. And I got it like when I went down there to the apothecary. Like they're not on Google Maps, obviously, but they're there on the boardwalk, just chilling, bro, in the midst of all the stores and all the all the shops and shit. So I went there.
Yeah.
They had the chocolate bars posted up, all kinds of flavors, bro. Like literally, my favorite flavor is the peanut butter and the cookies and cream. I always get those two.
Mm.
And so when you go down there, bro, and you buy 3 items, you get a 4th item for free. So
That's lit.
just
said
let me
this
know,
is in
bro.
San
I could get your item as the free item. What up?
Yeah.
You
hell
said this
yeah,
is in
let me
San
know.
Francisco?
Yeah, it's in San Fran.
Cool.
It's
Okay.
on Pier. I want to say like Pier 19. There's
Okay.
like 39. There's like 39 piers. So you gotta make sure you know the right one. You're gonna get lost.
Yeah. Cool, man. That's fucking awesome.
So,
Yes,
like,
sir.
are you like getting a microdose or are you getting like a fucking
Yeah.
heroic dose? Like, what's
Oh
going
well,
on?
I got chocolate chilling in the fridge right now. So if I really want to do shit, pop shit off. I usually pop shit off when I get off from work, bro. Because like, in medical field shit, that should be stressful. Motherfuckers dying and shit.
Yeah,
So, like,
I feel you.
You gotta really like compartmentalize, not take that shit home with you, bro. So I just come home and I just fucking. That's when I hero dose, nigga. I'll eat my dinner, get a chocolate milk, throw like 5-6 bars.
Chocolate milk.
Yeah, bro, because the chocolate milk will melt that shit up and let it, and then what happens is
Yeah, that's true.
all of it gets absorbed into the food particles, the particles of the food, and it's easier digestible because it's attaching to the food.
Right.
So you get fucked up. See God and shit.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely gotta get one or two.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
That's crazy. I know they make DMT vape pens. I heard that shit.
Bro,
is going-
stop.
Yeah,
Are you
they
serious?
have been doing
Yeah,
that
bro.
too. It's just I can't get
Oh
my hands
my
on one. Like
God.
Dog, I hear
yeah.
you can make that shit.
you can. I'm trying to just get my hands on one, bro. Make
it.
Like, what the fuck?
You just need
Oh.
tree bark and some other like
Yeah, because I heard it is from like
What-
roots.
like 3 or 4 other products that contain certain chemicals to get it right. But
Okay. Well, shit, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's why we got to get the
yeah,
cave.
you
we gotta
take
get the
that,
Cave
you take that, and
Studios.
you see God's God. You know what
We
I
gotta
mean?
get the.
Oh, yeah.
This fool said you see God's God.
God's God.
The creator's creator. Nah, that's why you need the Cave Studio, and then behind the Cave Studio, we create the Cave Lab. The Cave
We just
Lab.
fucking
the
Yeah.
Cave- you
make
know what I'm saying?
synthesizing drugs.
I mean,
Right.
shit, bro. Shit, bro. That's how some of the greatest innovations were done in a lab in secret, bro.
Yeah, it's how
Against the normal laws, bro. Like, come on now, bro. We already know this.
I said on the last show that I feel like when a society starts to integrate and almost weave religion into it, it gets culty, you know?
Yeah.
I
Weave
think
religion into what?
into like running a society or government, you know?
Bro, I think it gotta be culty in order to run shit.
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like the substitute of that, integrating the society with drugs instead of religion, is more the other side of the coin. You know, like there's a spirit and a science side of
Yeah, they're
things.
two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
Because like, and it also plays into the whole like liberal versus
Left and right.
conservative thing too, right? And then it also plays into the whole man versus female dynamic, dating dynamic, marriage, and all this shit. It all ties to exactly what that dynamic that you're talking about, bro.
It's
a
like if you
spiritual
don't
war.
want to believe in
Yeah.
something, there's always something else for them to make you believe. Like it doesn't matter. Like
Every facet has to do with this spiritual battle. Even my own bloodline, I come from a Muslim background and a Christian background, bro. Like these are feuding bloodlines, bro, for thousands of years, bro. So it's in everything, bro.
Shit, I feel like we should have started, but I'm gonna go get some water real quick, and then we'll get
That's a good
started.
hell yeah.
They ran measurements on lunar shadows. They ran measurements on lunar shadows that are saying that if you're in the shadow while the moon is out, you're actually in a warmer area. Yeah, they're now saying that lunar light itself is cold. It's its own light, and it's cold, opposite to the sun. An example is if you leave something outside overnight, it putrefies, it gets moldy and stuff. But if you leave something out in the sun, it dries up, petrifies,
Right.
and everything it doesn't absorb. Absorption happens, which is the opposite of absorption. Is absorption. So it's like, bruh, we're learning all kinds of new shit, bruh. Like that, and a lot of this shit is being discovered in secret, behind closed doors, in labs, under close observation and private study. You know what I mean? Like we need something like that. We need a creative space for us to be able to do that shit, bro. Before we get old as fuck and can't do it.
That's why I just don't know what to believe no more, because there's always new shit coming out.
We gotta get a lab, bro, so we could test our own shit, bro. Motherfuckers try to say magnesium do this. We're gonna see for ourselves if magnesium really do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
personally, that's how I am. Personally, I would.
last time we had Rusty on, I was talking about how nicotine and tobacco is actually, they say it detoxes heavy metals in your body, in your system. Nicotine and tobacco.
Interesting.
Nicotine and tobacco detoxes heavy metals.
Yeah.
I mean, if you take everything else out of the equation of the cigarette, it's really not that bad, bro. My fucking my auntie, she's in her fucking 80s, bro, living in the Philippines, living in sheet metal and fucking bamboo huts and shit. Dude, her fucking she's in a carriage being pulled by a fucking 8-foot caribou, bro. She's wild. She walks on bamboo bridges, man. She used to fucking sell exotic birds, nigga, in Guam. Like so, and she's still alive, bro. She's still fucking alive, and she still smokes cigarettes with her 80-year-old.
That's what I'm saying. I grew up in a family that smokes cigarettes, and they're still alive.
But those are different cigarettes, bro.
Well, yeah, that's the thing too, right? Well,
I got like my cousins in the Philippines. They got packs of cigarettes from America. They're like, "What the fuck is y'all smoking?" That's
to go further down this conversation, we have to talk about vapes versus cigarettes too, because I feel like that plays a factor. But yeah, what kind of cigarettes you smoke is also a factor. But shit, let's just get started, bro. We getting into a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Who wants to read this?
I'll read it. Fuck it. I ain't never wrote one before.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right. Warning, the conversations in this podcast are performed by the cavemen. For your safety and the protection of those around you, please do not attempt to take anything you hear too seriously on the show. Now let's get it.
I always like that little alien head, bro.
Aliens. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the cave. It's your boys from the cave, the caveman. We got Mel, we got O'Rees. You know, it's me, Joe Reezy, and we're bringing you guys the Cave Podcast. I got Rusty Diamond over here. This is like his third or fourth time on the show. Before we get started, make sure you guys check out cave.com for some merch, blogs, and more content from each of us. That's cave.com, K4V3.com, and on all social media platforms at the cave, at the K4V3.com. Rusty, man, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing fucking great. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
The audience is loving me today, man.
They missed you, bro. They missed you.
Dude, I'm over here as I am in Canada. So it's all right, man. Just not it's the cave in Canada are the two places, man. The rest of the world, it'll be soon. But dude, I'm fucking good, man. Thanks for being here, man. I fucking love being on this.
No pun intended, and not to start right off the bat and go down the rabbit hole, but have you heard of all those like underground systems that like I heard about one recently that gets you to other islands, the other islands of Hawaii through underground tunnel systems or like lava tubes. So that Cave Canada joke that you made might be true, bro. There might be some cave that takes us all the way to California from over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, I was watching a clip of The Simpsons this morning with the stonecutters, and they have this part where they go into this tunnel that to go and avoid traffic, and this like rock big boulder fucking splits, and he goes through, and it's all this fucking nice tunnel. I heard there's a tunnel like that down somewhere in LA. That a lot of the people, the fancy people, whatever you want to call them,
yeah,
go through.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, who knows? And I mean, Portland has a huge tunnel system. I mean, like Seattle has a huge tunnel system. I don't know. Do people like fucking being underground?
Yeah, man.
Like,
and I don't think it's people from like way back in the day, like prehistoric times. You know what I mean? And it makes sense because before learning how to build shelter, you just go to a pre-made shelter. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. The best shelter is the one that you can find and it's ready for you. That's why people go to hotels and shit over going camping.
Yeah, man.
That's how small mammals survived the fucking ice age, apparently, right? Research shows, huh? Because they know how to burrow and all this shit.
Yeah, and that's how people come across fucking like buried relics and treasure, you know, because people throw shit in caves or underground tunnels and then eventually die there later on, leaving all their shit.
Shit, bro. I mean, there's a theory that like out there that life just propagates. You know what I mean? So if you just create an environment, life will just propagate itself. So like that's the cave theory. It's in itself, bro. Because all you have to do is have the environment, which is like a little cave, a little housing location for some kind of organism to thrive, bro. It could be a mucous membrane. It could be the void of space. It could be a literal cave, but it's always some kind of womb. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that where the Dead Sea Scrolls are found, in like a cave or some shit?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Conveniently in vases in the cave.
In like pots and shit. Like,
And that fool was like tripping. When he found it, bro, he thought it was something else.
yeah.
He thought it was something else when he found it.
Yeah, man. Shit. I watched this content creator named Mr. Mythos, and he talks about inner Earth. You guys well versed in inner Earth? You guys believe in inner Earth?
Yeah.
Agartha?
Agartha, yeah.
Yeah.
What the Nazis were looking for?
Apparently where the reptile people come from.
Yeah.
The reptilians come from.
Yeah, I mean, shit. It's one theory, right? I mean, it's a theory that they come from there. Agartha is a theory that they come from Nibiru. It's a theory that Agartha and Nibiru are one and the same. You know what I mean? And that this whole like black sun theory, the black sun is actually inside of the planet.
Yeah, the core of the Earth. Yeah.
Crazy theories, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. They got better.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty versed in that. I would say. I know a thing or two, I guess.
I see on TikTok, I see these kids, like they take their electric bikes, they put on GoPros and they just drive through fucking like sewers, bro. Like I feel like if there are reptilians or mole men living in like sewers and shit, we're gonna see him soon, you know, because these content creators take it upon themselves to go explore, you know, and show the truth, bro.
It's already like some weird shit going on with people that were part of Black Fund research projects, government research projects that are Black funded, right? So they're not on the books, and like people coming out saying that they were a part of these projects, talking about They're going through mines and shit, shooting aliens down there because the aliens are down there already and they didn't even fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
Contracted. They're all mad with the government, talking about why the fuck you guys didn't tell us aliens was down there early. Supposed to do this job and shit. It's already crazy shit been going on in the tunnel, bro.
So I just looked it up. Los Angeles has a well documented network of underground tunnels dating back to the early 2000s. Let me just throw this shit up.
France got catacombs underneath it, I think.
It's interesting because we didn't even talk about.
I feel like everywhere does. Like
we didn't even talk about the Prohibition era. That like that shit. If there weren't already like underground tunnels, like they created some to smuggle fucking alcohol and shit.
Yeah, dude. Like there's the Shanghai tunnels in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
Where they used to go and fuck with the people, and like they'd get the people really fucking drunk, and they'd have glass. They break glass bottles down in the tunnels, and then they'd have these trap doors, and they get the people fucking wasted, and then they take off their shoes, and then they drop them down into the tunnels, and then they can't go anywhere because they'll have to cut up their feet because there's a bunch of glass, and then they fucking ship them on a slow boat to Shanghai before they wake up.
Yo, like, imagine being in a tunnel, lost, and like not knowing where to go. I feel like broken glass would be an indicator that I'm close to somewhere. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I would be like,
trail, like, hey, right here, party's over here, dog.
I would be on the verge. I would be on the verge.
I mean,
I would be on the verge of attacking the first person that I seen, bro, because I wouldn't even know what the fuck's going on.
I'd be on edge.
I'd be so sketched, bro. That would be, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're in a tunnel. You don't know where the fuck you are. You just got abducted, bro. What is this fucking Squid Games? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck going on, bro? Like, no, we in DEFCON 5, bro. DEFCON 5, DEFCON 6, some shit like that. Whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah. But, you guys aware of the back rooms? Have you guys heard of the back rooms?
Sounds like some XXX shit.
It's like a space in between time. It's like some sort of like loading phase between like the next realm and this realm, but kinda essentially
like space-time shit.
Yeah, so there's this YouTube creator that made this sci-fi horror YouTube short, or not YouTube short, a short film on YouTube about him he's walking his dog and somehow he slips between time and space and he ends up in this like liminal trap realm. So it's like just hallways on hallways that lead to literally nowhere till you get disoriented and you start seeing things, but there might actually be something in there type shit, you know what I mean? But I was just trying to connect back rooms to the Agartha and like the Inner Earth type shit, because it does kind of look similar, you know what I mean? Like the liminal space, the kind of empty ambiance of just ongoing tunnels on ongoing tunnels, and you don't know where you're at once you make a left or right type shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and and on top of that, like the way that they describe multi-dimensional realities, they fold on top of each other like sheets of paper. You know what I mean? It's multi-layered like an onion. You know what I mean? You're gonna get lost as a motherfucker if you're like in between realms. What the fuck, bro? What is this? Doctor Strange?
Yeah, where there's no concept of time, so like you could literally just chill there forever. You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't want to keep going on or play,
you would be there forever. But then you could theoretically make it back to the same exact moment that you even went in, bro. And then no time went, and then you're just mind fucked. Isn't that what trips are?
Yeah,
quote unquote trips. You know, they help you experience a significant amount of time in a smaller amount of time. You process the information quicker than you would if you had all this noise, the noise and distractions of day-to-day life and normal life and stuff like that. Well, those hallucinogenics, they take you out of that norm, bro, and they make you forget about, you know, the difference between actual physical reality and what your mind is thinking. The mind already can't tell the difference between reality and thought.
And that shit goes right in your subconscious.
Exactly. So it's a lot of crazy neurological shit going on in your brain when you're when you're doing those kind of trips, bro. So that's kind of correlates to what you're saying.
Yeah,
And
your brain looks like a labyrinth kind of too, from a bird's eye view.
You're just navigating at that point what's already inside of your head. And then the monks say, I think it's I'm not sure. You can quote me on that. You can correct me and all that, but I think it's Tibetan monks. They say that the mind is an empty void, right, or empty void of space, and your awareness is a ball of light, and wherever that ball of light shines, it gives light and grows those organisms, those planets, it creates distortions and ripples in reality, space time, and then it creates its own space. You know what I mean? It's like that ball of light is a sun, and you nurture certain planets, certain ideas, certain principles, and that gives life to shit in your head that controls you in the physical reality. You know what I mean? So the whole exploration shit, it's all mental. But but then the reality itself is mental. So
it's almost metaphorical too. Like that's actually a good comparison. But one thing I did hear about caves and tunnel systems is you shouldn't go in all of them because sometimes there are poisonous gases.
Oh yeah, that's the fucked up part, bro.
So some people go into caves all curious and shit, and they last like 2 minutes.
They open tombs and shit. They be opening tombs thinking that it's a curse and shit.
Like, or they're
and then it's actually just mold.
they're in there and it's all dark and shit. They turn a light on and the gas just fucking engulfs them.
Flammable.
Yeah, and they explode and shit. So be careful down there.
What is that? What is the other gas? That is it sulfuric acid? The stuff
shit.
That burns you.
It goes into the air and you don't even know it kills you, bro. You just fucking just die, bro. As soon as you walk into its atmosphere, you just die, nigga. Like just imagine being the first person in your village, bro. Like every several hundred years, your village gets wiped out. Only a few of you survive, and then you repopulate. You guys don't understand why. And then it's you just see everybody go to the watering hole at this one moment, and then they all just drop dead. Like you're like, what the fuck? The watering hole's cursed. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like
they probably think there's some sort of ghost, bro. Or spirit slaying people in there or something.
You know what I'm saying? It must have been fucked up times, bro. And then you're the madman saying that the lake is cursed because you just saw everyone your whole family drop dead, and then everyone else didn't see that.
You're a conspiracy theorist, bro.
It's all fucked up, bro. Reality getting all kinds of fucked up. We don't know. It's the age of deception, bro. We don't know what the fuck's going on, bro. You got deep fakes, you got AIs, fucking niggas is talking and shit. Niggas is fucking interviewing aliens and fucking street interviews in the fucking AI and shit. The aliens responding oh, they lit this motherfucker, But I'm just bro, this is crazy.
Do any of you have Apple phones? Do you guys use the fucking Sora 2? Have you guys done that yet?
I haven't fucked with Sora 2, but they're pretty good, bro.
I watch. Yeah, dude, they're fucking amazing. Like some of them, and some of the shit people come up with is fucking brilliant, and it's
it looks,
but dude,
real.
It's real. It's fucking real. It's real.
That shit looks too real, bro.
In the AI phase, this is the first time for me personally where I'm I actually don't know if it's AI or not anymore. I have to look for the Sora logo to decipher whether it's AI or not, which is
me too.
Is
scary.
Yeah, it's sad now, and it's a scary time in AI.
You have to have a sharp eye too, because if you could see weird things,
some little tweaks.
But the thing is, you don't leave room for natural artifacts. You know what I mean? Sometimes the videos you record, sometimes your camera screws up where it creates certain artifacts
glitches,
where someone, a third party reviewing that could say that shit's fake, bro. Why did it time skip there? And it's bro, that shit really happened. You know what I mean?
This shit is pretty captivating, bro. Because you really don't know what's real now. They could deep fake everything, bro. Yeah, everyone. Hey, shit, bro. Y'all could be deep fake. Shit, y'all might not even be my homies, bro. Y'all might.
That's why I wear a mask.
Getting a mask, bro. The next podcast, I'm having a mask.
Let's go, bro.
I'm not getting fake.
Yeah, I was talking on the last one. I felt like a deep fake audio recording of you saying something is more convincing than an actual video of you doing something. But after all these Sora videos I've seen, like,
Yeah.
bro, like
We're
I'm seeing pretty high quality close up angles of certain videos that are deepfake that are pretty good. So imagine like surveillance footage deepfake of you. You know what I mean?
It's real easy.
I'm, I'm
yo.
seeing okay, time out. I'm
I got the grainy shit
on the
already.
on
We
the
already
funny
We
side.
already have grainy videos, bro.
On the
Like,
funny
Yeah.
side, I'm seeing TikTok influencers go up to work to certain stores like
I've
Target
seen
or
that
whatever,
too, yeah.
yeah, and they'll take a picture of the worker and deepfake them making out with like a customer, and they'll be like, "Hey, is this you?"
Getting mad at that shit, bro.
Yeah, bro.
They be
That's
getting
me.
Or
mad.
like have them
Deep fake. I see somebody
that
deep
says
fake.
something and they're dancing like.
Nah, they
Yeah.
deepfake some. They deepfake some gay shit. So I was like,
So
oh
look, if
damn.
that's
like,
that easy already, bro, imagine another year, bro. You gotta find the video of me talking about how 2025 was gonna turn out, bro. Because I don't know if I said anything about AI, but we gotta find that and see if I did, because this shit accelerated way too fast. It did. I feel like we got one more year before everything is completely blended. Like maybe 6 months, honestly, because it's
Yeah.
going way faster than I thought. Like,
It's only been 2 years since they had that video, that weird video of Will Smith eating the
I
spaghetti.
saw that comparison,
Right?
Yeah, that
I
was
saw
like
that
the beginning.
comparison.
That was November 2023, and so fucking 2 years later, we're here, and that's
He's looking
fucking
like
fast.
he's literally eating spaghetti, bro. Like,
Yeah.
literally, like for real. Like it looks so real now. Like,
Yeah, someone would have to say something and be like, "That's not him really eating spaghetti," but maybe it is
yeah.
him really eating spaghetti, and they just are putting it
See,
off
you
as
don't
like,
know.
it's
Now you don't
fucking
know. See?
Sora too, man.
Well, everybody's gonna be their own like little Mysterio off of fucking Spider-Man, where they
Right.
create everybody's like warping reality around
Right,
each
exactly.
other.
Literally,
You know what I
bro.
mean?
Yeah.
That's some witchcraft shit,
Well, actually,
bro.
no,
Like
no.
for real.
Those powers are granted to the hackers, the people that are like, already actively trying to fuck with people's interfaces and
Oh yeah.
technology, because it's going to integrate with technology. So the motherfuckers there that know how to hack, dude, I'm surprised no one's hacked the sphere yet. You know what I mean?
I know.
Right.
Put something crazy on it.
I think they did once.
Oh yeah, let me check that shit out.
Yeah, bro, they already did. The Vegas
Damn, that'd be
sphere. I'm pretty
crazy.
sure
Just
that
like
I'm pretty sure
put
they
fucking
hacked it
porn
once,
on
bro.
that shit or something.
I mean, it could have been, because even that post of me seeing that it got hacked, that could be a deep fake, that could be a lie too. You know what I mean? So it's just
Yeah.
like, but I'm pretty sure I've seen some shit that said that. Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta look
I
that
don't-
up.
could be wrong though. You know what I mean?
So I just quick grok search. No, the Las Vegas sphere
Okay, there you go.
has not been hacked in any confirmed cybersecurity incident as of today.
All right, so we're not saying to
Yeah.
go do that,
Yeah,
but like,
and-
because,
I
someone
would
did,
not
and
say
It's a good idea,
it
but,
may be cool.
we
Yo,
did give you a
motherfuckers start
warning at
getting
the beginning of the
ideas.
show.
So the interesting about AI improving drastically is, let's just look how fast phones have developed. Let's look how fast the internet's developed. We're gonna like how fast AI is developing right now. I don't know if AI is developing itself yet. I don't think so. Like I said the last time, I think Jewish people are developing AI right now because they're trying to make it anti-Semitic first before they're trying to make it not anti-Semitic first before they further give it more
Right.
powers. Which is wise. I get it. I'm not hating on it, but when AI starts to develop itself, it's game over.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. Yeah.
There's always going to be counter AI, because I mean you look at the Chinese regime. That's a very powerful regime, whether we want to admit it or not. You know what I mean? And they're in full development with all that stuff too, bruh. And we have this war over Taiwan for these semiconductors, right? So Man, microchips, bro. That's everything is boiling down to that, bro. Like, who's gonna have the most advanced AI? You know what I mean? And what it's
Yeah,
gonna
they're
be able
starting
to
to
do
make
for
them
you.
like cheaper too
Yeah.
for people to get, like, you know what I mean? So they're wanting to make them affordable to make people have them.
And
This
then you
shit's
can
gonna.
do them
Oh,
with Raspberry Pi, and you can go and make them offline if you want.
Rasp- this is gonna be kind of like, I mean, it's kind of a shoot, like a kind of a reach, but in a way, like Full Metal Alchemist, the anime Full Metal Alchemist, because they learn later that in order to activate their like alchemic spells, they're robbing lives from an alternate reality, and it like starts fucking with their head. And so it's the same concept for us, because in order for
Shit,
us to
that's
Damn.
have in order for us to have this
Sold.
technology, in order for
big.
us to have this technology, who are we robbing from? These
Yeah.
impoverished countries, cobalt,
Yeah,
lithium, all this shit. We're doing the same exact
that's true.
fucking thing.
Yep.
The show just showed, and so it's just like, man, bro, like in order for us to have this fucking TV behind me playing me on, so fucking prideful, you know what I'm saying? Like humans in fucking in the Western age, bro. Like for us to be able to do this kind of shit, privilege as fuck, bro. Like, and the things that I have to do that you have to do to get the components to make it, bro. Once you really start digging into it, you're like, maybe I should just
Yeah,
turn that bitch off. You know what I mean? Because like, bro, is it really worth it? Blood
it's
diamonds,
deep.
right?
It is.
Yeah, it's blood diamonds at the end of the day,
Yo, Full Metal Alchemist is a show that a lot of people have been recommending for sure, because like one specific philosophy from this show is the law of equal exchange, right?
Mhm.
So, in order to have, I had the Neo robot on the screen earlier, but in order to have shit like that, like shit doesn't come free. You know what I
Nope.
mean? And when I say that, it could mean as little, and I don't mean to minimize what's going on in the fucking like battery fields where these fools fucking mine like
Mhm.
the necessary
these.
elements
Yeah.
to
Rare
get these.
earths.
You know what I mean?
The battle for rare earths.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, the law of equal exchange, like you don't know what where you're pulling from, you know.
Nope.
It's funny. I saw this TikTok again of this person massaging a TV remote. And he's saying, I'm respecting my TV remote because in some other dimension there's someone on salvia right now that's a TV remote.
Yo.
And, as retarded as that sounds, someone who's done salvia and
Yeah,
felt
that
like a
makes sense.
couch before or a glass of
Right.
water is like, dude, thank you. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Being dranked and shit.
Somewhere in the quantum
God,
field,
Somebody
like
had a
that
good
could
ass
just
salvia experience,
disconnect.
bro.
Dude, salvia was the most fucked up thing. I don't know how that shit was. It's still legal. That shit is still
Yeah,
legal to
I've done
fucking
that
buy.
Yeah.
That blows my mind. That was like almost 20 years ago that it was a thing. It was probably like 2006, 2007.
It
Mhm.
was some
That
weird
it-
shit.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really fucking
That shit was
weird.
wild. It's wild. I've done it. It's
Yeah.
not fun.
I hear
Yeah.
I've never done it. I hear it's intense as fuck. Like
Dude,
that's
it
what
is
weird, bro.
that's what
That's
scared
weird.
me away from it.
I don't
It's
think
very
my-
intense.
I don't think my mind was developed enough to even like understand what the fuck I was seeing.
No.
So I don't even remember, bro. I just remember that shit was weird, bro.
I
Like
didn't
I
like
was
it.
not
Yeah.
there for that a little
And
bit.
like the feeling you have too, like the physical feeling too. Like it felt like you're that fucking girl on the couch in those old weed commercials. The old like she used to
Fucking
be
melted
fun,
and
but
shit.
now
She
just
wasn't always
fucking-
like this.
Yeah, she was always
She used to be so energetic.
I'm like, dude, I
She
can't
used to walk the
move.
dog and go to high school and cheerlead. Now she just sits there.
Yeah.
Damn, yo, if anything, that shit made me want to smoke weed, dude. I was like, I'm trying to get like that.
Like, that bitch fucking chilling, bro. Feeling like
Yeah,
she
it's
enjoying
fucking-
life. She ain't
Put
doing
on some
shit,
fucking
nigga.
Lil Wayne, you're set, dude. Put on a good movie and shit.
Fucking lifted.
Have you guys heard the fucking AI music, the new AI music in the last like 2-3 weeks? To go
Dang.
go back with that. Like speaking of Lil Wayne, dude, like the shit in the last 2-3 weeks has been fucking amazing. What they
Yo.
did like right now, it's gonna make
I
fucking
saw
music
that
awesome.
Timberland made one, but
Yeah,
then it was like a flop, kind of.
he's
I
he's
haven't
one of
really,
the
like listened
So
to any
they're
of the songs,
they're
but-
programming the AI to make songs. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, because what
Yeah.
he did was he had a listening party. He's an asshole. He had a listening party. You know how you know how they do that like on a radio station or like upcoming artists, send me your music or whatever. He did it live,
Mhm.
and he fucking had all these people send their music and didn't nominate nobody for nothing. So what he did was took all those songs, uploaded it to whatever AI he was doing, and then made his AI learn from all those
Get the
songs that he
fuck
got from
out.
all those
That's
people.
really what
Yep.
happened.
Who did
And
this?
that's Timberland.
Timbo.
Timberland. Yeah. So
Damn.
when you see like how they're doing stuff, it's the same way they do everything. They whatever idea we have, the masses have, they take it, exploit it, and make us pay for it. You know what I mean? They take it, exploit it, and generate something else out of it.
That's dirty.
Hell yeah.
That's why
Fucked up.
you gotta really just buy land, buy shares, buy crypto, and buy all the assets back from these fuckheads. And
I
just
hear
keep-
that
that's the only way to
happens.
fight back.
I hear that happens even without AI. Like
Yeah.
motherfuckers with names will, try
Yeah.
to take someone under their wing and be like, hey,
They've
let me
done
get that
that
shit though.
all the time. That
No,
Drake's done it.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh yeah,
hella people's done it. You know what I mean? So like it's
Mhm.
part of America, I guess you could say. It's part of the way.
Yeah.
Like you take this, that's how Christopher Columbus came here. You took what the fuck the people had and exploited it and extorted them for it. You know what I mean? Like so it's
Speaking of Christopher Columbus, not to jump all over the place, I just found out this
yeah,
out
we are
last
kind
night.
of
Yo, I
About
heard he got kicked out from where he was at.
Yo,
like a
me
year
too.
before. Yeah.
I heard it too.
You
I heard it too.
was-
Yeah, I did too. Like
Because
yesterday.
it matches up. It definitely matches up. Bro, with the
Yeah, it was.
timeline.
I heard his
like the
real
next
name.
year.
I heard his real name wasn't even Christopher Columbus, dog.
Cologne.
What is he talking about? He got kicked out. What are you talking about?
So
Yo, you tell
the
him
same
no.
time that the Jews got kicked out of, it was Spain?
Spain. Yeah.
Spain was the
Or-
exact same time that Christopher Columbus sailed
Went on
the
his journey.
Ocean Blue, right?
To Portugal.
Right. And also is the exact same time that what was it, the Golden Age or something happened. Something went up as they left. I forget what it was. What you know what it was, Joris? I forget what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, look it up fully because like I said, I've only seen it a couple times, but from the timeline that I've seen, like it makes 100% sense. Like everybody knows, why certain people got kicked out of certain places. You know what I mean? Over a course of time, and now it's showing that from that time when Christopher Columbus was sailing, he was actually kicked out of where he was at, and he was trying to find a new location.
Yep.
So,
That's pretty accurate to what I heard as well.
Me too.
Washington District of Columbia. Man, who's really in charge, bro?
Right.
Well, anyway, Filipinos was in America.
Like, come on,
Filipinos was in America before Christopher Columbus, so there
Washington
was
D.C. District of
there's
Columbia.
there's records of Filipinos coming with the Spanish Armada over here. So
Yeah, pretty much to echo what Mel said. Yeah, I heard they kicked him out.
Yeah,
They're like,
clean it up for me.
They're like, go find land, and where you find land, you guys can go live there. And so that's why they dipped out to where they dipped out. But I don't know where I fucking found that shit. I'm glad I brought it up, and I'm glad you guys
look
heard
up
about
like
that shit
look
too.
up like TikTok or Instagram
Yeah, on TikTok.
posts.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Here. I
Yeah,
found it.
I don't know. You have to use some special words that you can't. Some
Yeah,
words you probably
exactly.
Can't search.
TikTok versus X.
Here we go.
Where are we at? Oh, there he is.
Oh shit! Hold up.
It's TikTok versus X.
Right.
They're like their platforms are so polarizing. It's not even funny, and it's like so blatantly clear.
All right, let me get some volume on here.
Was
Here we go.
Cristobal So first of all, his
You guys
name
here?
Yeah.
was Cristobal Colon.
Cologne. Cristobal
That's
Colon.
his real name.
I know white people gonna be like, they crazy, they laugh, but my bad.
What made him change it?
Because his family was Jewish, and in the country he was in, they had to transfer over or they were going to get kicked out. They had to become Christians. So why everyone thinks Christopher Columbus was a Christian, he grew up Jewish bloodline, Jewish family. So he put on a front. This is how you know it's stamped, though. This is how you know it's stamped. He set sail on August 3rd, 1492. The day after the expulsion of Jews from Spain, he took sail.
He was forced out.
That's what it was.
I love seeing
And they
people
told him-
notice.
They
you
said
know?
Right.
basically, this is most likely what happened. He got kicked out. They knew he was still he's still in his heart. He's Jewish. Hey, listen, Columbo, go and try to find homeland for you guys. So America was already promised to them. That's why they run it now. Bro, the shit was promised to them, and they were gonna name America after Columbus. But before he got to America, savage. But guess the textbooks we read
I
were
was just about to say, they told us what our whole
McGraw-Hill.
yeah.
And guess who McGraw-Hill is? Ghislaine Maxwell's dad. He owned that.
Yeah,
That's
just
a lot of
crazy.
information.
Damn. Bro, and that's another thing I'm finding out too is a lot of these motherfuckers are related, bro. A lot of these actors and artists and fucking they're all fucking related. Like
That's why they already up, bro.
And I
That's
think
why-
that's
exactly
why
they know
and
they
that's-
know the fucking play. They
Yeah.
all know the
And
play.
I think that's
So
why
if
you're
you had
seeing a lot
some-
of them change their names legally too, so they
Yeah,
can kind of
yeah.
distance themselves from the public's perception.
It's easier to deceive people. You got more people in the game, you know what I mean? Understanding what the play is like, and they all fucking got the play, dog. Like it's fucked up.
Country
It's
built
fucked
on
up.
lies. The
Hey.
country built on lies for sure.
Exactly. And they
There's
know it.
there's two perspectives on failure. You can either see yourself as, you know, I'm not cut out for this, or you could see yourself as I'm closer to getting it right. And these
Yeah.
guys have failed over 100 times in 100
Exactly.
different countries.
Exactly. Everybody kicked them out.
But that's interesting, man. We celebrate Columbus Day, and the natives hate it here in America, you know. And anyone who rides with the natives, obviously, they have a different take on the holiday. But it was mind blowing. But not to get off track from what we're talking about. But what were you gonna say,
wait.
Rusty?
So what's going to happen now? Now that people know this, what are people going to start thinking about Columbus Day now? Like, are people going to ever know that? Are they going to be like, well, now you know what? With
I think
Columbus
it's
Day,
like I think it's
People
like
already
9/11.
didn't give a
I think
fuck.
it's like 9/11.
They kind of
You
call
know what
it
I mean?
Indigenous Day now too.
People
though,
already
sometimes.
people already didn't give a fuck. Like back when I was
Yeah.
in high school, back in 2007, 2008, we was already discovering this shit.
Yeah,
man.
hell
We
yeah.
don't really
Yeah.
we don't give a fuck anyway.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, we really stopped giving a fuck a long time ago. 20
See,
years
but
ago.
then like I feel like that's in the same category as the whole thing that I found out about Hitler too. Like it's like, you know,
we might have to cut ourselves off of Twitch
No.
soon.
I don't want to get too off topic, but like I feel
We
like
should
they're in the
get,
same
like, the
category.
noise
Again, like,
button on there.
like he asked, what now?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, what now? Like, now that we have this information, we know it's the quote unquote truth. We don't know, you know what I mean? But now that we have this information, now what?
You have the counter information. You
Yeah.
do with it what you will. You know what I mean? Basically,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's that's it.
So this came up on the last show, and it's interesting that video I just pulled up ended with McGraw Hill, and like he said, this, and you see why and how powerful controlling the narrative is. You know what I mean?
before anyone else can.
Yep.
Dude, like our grandparents probably didn't know this. You know what I mean? They're probably just echoing what they learned in McGraw Hill. And
Hold on, no. We're not gonna talk about how the whole political agenda of the right was to make the left seem like they were controlled by this group, when in reality, we're looking at everything right now. It seems like the complete opposite, or actually might be what I was saying, is that both are controlled by
Yeah,
the group.
both
So
are.
it's
Yeah,
just
everybody
like,
knows
they
that.
both are. Yeah.
Both are.
But I don't know. I feel like the rollout is going to be like it was with 9/11. You know what I mean? Where first you're like, huh, is it the what do they call them?
The Taliban.
Fucking the Taliban, Osama bin Laden in them caves.
Right.
And then the next one was like, oh shit, I just saw loose change. What happened to Tower 7? And then, the following year, it's like, oh shit, like, how come they missed work that day?
Right.
After
How did they
taking
find
out
their passports?
insurance.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
burn
and then
Yeah.
it's the
You know what
passports,
I
and then
mean?
it's like,
Steel doesn't
oh wait,
burn at this level. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like all different shit starts coming out.
it's a slow rollout until I felt like this year it was undeniable that this year's talking point for 9/11 was going to be the dancing Israelis, and that was going to be the fucking swing that breaks the pinata. And what do? 9/10 happened with Charlie Kirk. Now the narrative changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
But shit, like I was saying though, it doesn't even matter because there was already the current administration was already infiltrated by these ideologies, and that's why we're at where we're at right now. So it's like,
right, going
you
back
know,
to what you're saying.
it didn't even matter at this point. All this bickering that we did for like the past fucking 8 years literally does not fucking matter, bro. We're all stupid. That's how I see it.
The more they can push us to one spectrum, like a left versus right, the easier they can predict what subject
You're gonna do.
have. You know what I mean? A
So
strong.
they're gonna control everything from what you the shows that you watch, the movies you watch, the food you consume. Everything changes depending on which part of the spectrum you're leaning on, bro.
Mhm.
And then they can control that product. That's all it is. It's about being able to dictate have a probability, have a list of probabilities, and being able to dictate which of those probabilities is going to happen for them to increase their net worth. And you're a part of that fucking scheme.
Mhm.
It's like a video game to them, bro. They're trying to see. They're like mining. They're like
That's why I feel like
they're like mining, and we're like they're miners.
I feel like voting and shit is that. You know what I mean? It's testing the waters. Because if you've seen how the last election went, like people were so fucking, and it's always like that every election. People are so left and right based, hard.
You see it even on their Instagrams. I seen this
will kill each other
Instagram
over it, right?
It was like no righties or something like that. I was like, damn.
But like the whole thing about that is it's also to see what people argue about more.
Facts.
So if they're going to argue about this more, then Trump's going to advocate for that.
Yeah,
Boom.
then they
All
can
right, now
double down.
I got their heart. You know what I mean? Let me advocate for transgenderism because that's what they hate the most. You know what I mean? I'm checking the temperature of the population to see what they like and what they don't like. And then all that stuff came out about Kamala and everybody else and shit like that. And then they were like, oh yeah, we're not doing that. Let's just stick with Trump because he has the best interests of ABCD. You know what I mean? So I feel like every election is just a temperature check to see what people like or don't like the most. Like, it's crazy.
I agree.
And I think another thing that got heavily ignored is the young male population, because a lot of them, bro, they were the ones who kind of like swung the votes to the right. Because a lot of them just, I don't know if you've been on YouTube. A lot of these motherfuckers want to kill themselves, bro. So you can't expect them to fucking be with the minority. They want to go where the power is, so they feel like they themselves can have power in their own lives. So it's just like, I mean, it's tough, bro. It's tough, man. Like you want to give everybody a shot, but at the same time, you're going to be taking resources from a group that's going to help you build your country, which is young, strong men.
It's a multi-layered psyop bomb because you're playing on tribalism, you're playing on nationalism, and you're playing on your like morals. You know what I mean?
Compass. Yeah.
So like you're getting hit from all different directions. You don't know,
and it's sexual. Everything has a sexual overtone too.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
It's sexual too, bro.
But just to go back to what I was saying about the McGraw-Hill and the Hitler speech, that's why the narrative is so important to control. Like, you can't even really research Hitler, bro. Like I was saying on the last show, like you can be Genghis Khan for Halloween, bro. You know what I mean? the guy changed the climate from the amount of people that he killed.
Yeah.
And granted, more time has passed, but like, what are you trying to say? Like, is there a certain time limit to where
For
Hitler's
genocide?
fair game?
Right.
Hitler's fair game?
Probably, because like I mean, even that's bullshit though, because motherfuckers be dressing up as Kim Jong Un. That motherfucker's alive right now.
I heard he's we'll talk about that later. But going back to to Rusty's point, what do you do now that all this information is out? Like, what do people do for Christopher Columbus Day now that people know this? I don't think people know that much. I don't think that much people know about that yet. I think people will though. But going back to AI and just kind of tying everything together, when you can real time just pull up banned or hidden clips of Hitler speeches and real time translate them into English with AI, then you don't need McGraw-Hill, then you don't need a lot of these people aren't even going to college anymore. You know what I mean?
Great. Let people fucking get what they want. Let them fucking learn what they want. If that's the thing, you can learn fucking anything you want from YouTube or whatever. Like anything you need to know, you can learn from there.
You can learn anything you want from YouTube,
really
but now with AI, to the point where you can just kind of take a transcript from YouTube, plug it in AI, and just be like, "Hey, I want to master this in 6 months." You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah!
Write me a course. Yeah, exactly. Write me a course where every day I have an exercise to understand this topic better. Literally, you could do that.
It's gonna be the birth of the new superhuman, bro. Like for example, like I'll be having conversations with a certain someone, and I'll be talking about like when we have kids and shit, bro. Like we're gonna homeschool them. We're not gonna put them in like regular schooling system, right? And so I'm just trying to think of the best way to optimize for their learning experience and stuff like that. That might be the way to go, man. Where you have AI just like everywhere, bro. Computers, AIs everywhere, teaching them exactly how to do, what to do, when to do, programming to like, to a fine degree, and teaching them perfectly, as opposed to having a teacher. You sketch about the teacher. You having all these cases of teachers getting involved with the students and shit. You have cases with students bringing guns to school and shit. Kids getting beat up, getting bullied and shit. At least this way, you can have your kid being taught by the AI, and then if you want to socialize them, put them in soccer. Put him in karate, put him in football, something like that. You can
fight it. You can fight the shit. You can fight AI all you want, but at the same time,
it's coming, bro.
You got to fucking, use the momentum.
It's coming.
Invest in it.
I think it's gotten to the point where it's more than a foot in the door now.
If you
the motherfucker has squatted here.
So I have a theory, bro. I have this really wild. Theory.
Yeah, motherfuckers gained weight.
I have this really wild theory about technology and AI. So I have this theory that on this planet, there's two different people. There's one person who is with the technology, and there's one person who is not. And the person with the technology survives the storm. The one without the technology does not survive the storm, right? So my theory is that like the reason why we have all these like close encounters and like UFOs and like ancient aliens and like gods and Greek gods and half human, half god, Nephilim hybrids and shit like that is because there was a society on this planet before that was hit with a catastrophe, and the ones that survived were the ones with the technology. They were able to shield themselves either by leaving the planet, going inside of the planet, or exiting space-time itself momentarily, right? And then they come back with the technology that they were able to master and keep, that the other ones were too dumb to adapt to. And then they come back and they reintroduce this technology to the survivors that are still in survival mode. They're not on creative mode. They're on survival mode. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then so they come with their creative mode to these survival mode people, teach them all these things, reteaching them art, reteaching them language, reteaching them how to use fire and technology and all this stuff, right? And more of them survive, get acclimated to the society. The world gets shaken up again. The ones that don't acclimate, they die again. Then it starts over. And then the ones who fucking have the technology come back and then reinvest in because that's how it is, bro. Like, look at Jamaica just got hit with a gigantic ass motherfucking storm. You know what's gonna happen? They had insured the island for like several billions of dollars. That, you know how many investors are gonna come back with their money and be like, let's turn this motherfucker into metropolis. Like, let's fix everything. The money's gonna flood back to these destroyed areas, bro. I think, like, and you think on a bigger scale too, on a galactic scale, like if a planet got kind of ravaged and shit like that, but you know that it's still viable, that land is easy pickings, bro. That's easy real estate. That's cheap land, bro. You know how many people gonna go and invest in that shit and try to refurbish and rebuild, and that's just how humans are, bro. So my theory is that, like, as time progresses, the world gets shaken up. Indigenous, populations and shit, they get the brunt of that shit, bro. And then the kings and queens that survive with all the technology sitting inside the tunnels, sitting in the spaceships, sitting in their airships, away from the storms and shit, they come back, bro, and they keep fucking doing it. That's why the same people are the same fucking royalties over and over and over again, bro. Like us as normal people,
and they cause the catastrophes too because they control the weather.
Yes.
So it's just like putting the world at a catastrophe driven state continuously, so that way your bloodline can continue living on and having money and controlling the world. Yeah.
Yes, bro.
I also heard that the part of Jamaica that got hit was a part that was already being planned to be one of these smart cities.
Crazy, bro.
A lot of places are trying to
smart cities.
Hey, prayers up to my auntie. One of my aunties is out there, bro. They still haven't found her.
So yo, did you guys see
seeing a lot more of those crazy, just random fucking shit happen? You know, like tornadoes and fires and stuff, and big places like that, because they're just gonna make a smart city out of it.
Did you guys see that video from the plane of the storm? Trying to find it right now. That shit looks like that shit looks like a movie, dog.
Like a military plane, right?
They were in the eye of a storm.
Yeah.
It's kind of military aircraft.
Shit.
Try to find that shit. Here it is. Wait, no, that's AI. See? I don't even know anymore, dog. I don't even know anymore. I'm not even gonna show that shit.
Yeah, don't even show it.
This guy's pretty reputable though, so fuck it. I've shown some crazy shit over here. So what's another fake video, right?
You said so. This is AI.
That shit is nuts, bro.
It's pretty dope if you ask me. I mean, I fly to the Philippines all the time. We fly through clouds all the time, not through a storm, obviously. That should look dope.
Yeah.
No, but you're right though. Like, it's easy pickings, and they do exploit the indigenous people because
they're not gonna remember what the fuck happened to them. They just got hit by this storm. They don't even got books. Some of them don't even know how to fucking read. Some of them don't even have like proper processing power because they're malnourished, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is like tribes of people that have lived like this because they're malnourished, and then suddenly the fucking earthquake in Haiti. You know what I'm saying?
Going back to Maui and the fires, just to bring that up, like a lot of the homes over there, because Lahaina was one of the older cities that got hit. Like a lot of the people that live there, it's old money. You know what I mean? It's land that's passed down from family, so they have some sort of like familial, historical, like indigenous,
are buried
sort of agreement to the land so that they can't get pushed out of the land. You know what I mean? They have some sort of
government. The government entitled it to them.
But when it's deemed unlivable and you can't, you know what I mean, inhabit it anymore, then that's a way for them to almost bypass whatever agreement you have with your land,
so that they can revamp it. And
so I can put a motherfucking smart city in that bitch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So you can't pay for this land, so I'll pay you out of it, type shit. Like,
but I have a different my thing about land and like burial rights and shit like that. My thing is, bro, you a dead body, motherfucker. Like, you're gonna deteriorate. Like, some niggas gotta live somewhere, nigga. You can't be upset motherfuckers building on top of this fucking place they didn't even know motherfuckers was dead, buried here. Like, I understand like government overreach is bad, you know what I mean? But like, come on, bro. Like, how many times this planet been shaken up? The continents got shifted. We all living on dead shit. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, we all living on something that's dead, bro. Like
get with the times.
fucking
Drive a
big
Tesla.
deal. You guys need to live, bro. Where the fuck we gonna live? You're gonna have motherfuckers live
They build
on
on
the
top of
water?
cities and old ancient places all the time. You know
That's
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying.
They
Yeah.
always dig up places
What?
that are built over or under places. Like
Like this whole that's the one aspect of tribalism that I just like. It's like you guys, we need to end that shit, bro. Because motherfuckers need to live somewhere, bro. Like what the fuck, bro?
Mhm. You gotta adapt too, like you know what I mean, like to not take into consideration certain things like climate change or different technology that probably will limit how high you can build your structure.
Or
You know what I mean?
war
Or
that
war,
causes
yeah.
mass immigration for people that arguably
Yeah.
innocent people. You know
Well,
what I mean?
hold
Who
up.
just need a home.
This is full circle because I feel like the smart civilizations knew and accounted for this, so they built underground.
Exactly, bro. They either build underground or go outside outside of the atmosphere momentarily, bro. That's the only things always come from outside of space or from in the water or from
They're the same
underground.
thing. The
You said
water, the underwater, and fucking
But the
space
only
are the same
way, the
thing.
only way to access those regions of our reality are with highly sophisticated technologies, bruh. That's the only way to fucking do it. So when I have people telling me, "Oh, I'm not gonna buy no Bitcoin because I'm not gonna invest in oh, I don't know how I feel about these computers, about this AI, about this quantum computer." I'm like, you guys are fucking stupid. This shit's been around even since before you even fucking existed. And it's the reason why your fucking bloodline is still in the trees, bruh. Like, we trying to get up, bro. We trying to be fucking Gundams in this bitch, bro. Fuck that shit. I'm tired of having monkey bloodline motherfuckers running in the islands, volcano erupt. Ah! Like, nah, nigga. When the volcano erupt, I'm trying to have a Gundam and seal that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be with the people with the technology, bro. Come on, bro. Let's go, bro. It's like, what the fuck, man?
Damn. I do think they have Gundams, man. Just because of that Japanese Gundam statue that they have.
Come on, man.
Some fucking some mechs and shit.
Went from island
just in case the
bullets,
Titans come back.
straw huts and fucking
Right.
tinfoil fucking walls and shit to Gundams and shit. Come on, brother. Fuck.
Yo, so that theory that you had about technology, I know I said this on the first episode we had you guys on, Mel and O, about that theory about the solar flare shit and technology.
Oh,
Where
Yeah.
back in the day they had worshipped the sun, and then somewhere down the line they lost their ways and started developing technology to the point where technology gave them everything that they wanted. Technology became a false god, so they worshiped technology. All of a sudden there was a solar anomaly that fucked up
Wiped
technology
shit
and
out.
back to worshiping the sun. But if
And
that's
Erase the
true,
history.
what's one way you can survive a solar flare? I feel like you can survive a solar flare if you go underground.
Underground.
Well, right?
Yeah, if you go
If you have
underground,
enough,
of course.
if you have enough of a median.
So to me, I think if all these societies that are advanced, like people that develop Globeki template, like the structure that they develop underground is pretty astonishing and impressive. So I would call them advanced. But they seem to know to build underground, and they seem to not really take earthquakes too much as a threat. Like I feel like the surface dwellers in California, you know what I mean, go crazy about more than the people in the know, because they're building underground. There's a lot more underground bunkers. If we're finding, like I said, these historical civilizations building underground, and there's that rumor of the elites and celebrities having some sort of underground system where they can bypass traffic. They have to. If you live in California, traffic is such a bitch. There's some people that are way too rich to deal with traffic.
I heard
Come
you
on
can
now, bro.
from New York to Cali in an hour with the system that they have. Yeah,
They already
that'd
have.
be sick.
Yeah, they have a new system that's gonna be like a bullet train.
And bro, they dug tunnels underground everywhere because they were trying to develop what's Elon Musk's fucking underground shit? The Boring Company.
I ain't never heard of it.
Like he was trying to develop like underground tunnels, underground subway systems to
move the Teslas.
I think move Teslas.
In Vegas.
I think his plan was to move Teslas. I don't know if he was trying to develop a bullet train, but I know the Obama administration was trying to develop some sort of like bullet train system. I don't know what the update is with those, but those motherfuckers dug in those tunnels, and those tunnels are just there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't stop. It's like the
Yeah, they're gonna
cloning
use
when the
them.
cloning with Dolly, and they're like, okay, we're just gonna stop there. Like, no, you're
Exactly. Like,
not. No, you're
come
not.
on
Gonna
now.
fucking
Like,
stop right there.
we're not
Like,
touching it no more.
yeah,
Please.
it's like,
Okay.
oh yeah, well, that's it. I guess nothing's getting cloned.
What's crazy about
NASA, we're not sending anything into outer space anymore.
What's crazy about these underground tunnel systems? I bring this up a lot. I watched this documentary called Dark Days, and it's about homeless people that live in abandoned subway systems. And sometimes they like for exploring, they go hiking and they just kind of go deeper in the tunnel and shit. You know what I mean? But they said what's crazy is sometimes they'll go through a door and they'll find like an ancient tunnel. So sometimes like these modern tunnels that they're trying to burrow coincide and intersect with ancient tunnels that have already been there, you know? So
what's to say that you don't fucking get a big property in the middle of nowhere, and rather than building on the land, you just go and build underground?
dude, what's to say that you can't buy that property because they know?
Right.
Yeah.
You'd have to buy that shit outright and literally have all kind of fucking crazy paperwork.
That's interesting though.
'Cause
I wonder
they would
Also not
want
get
that.
killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what happens to families that live over, you know, certain properties that are deemed important or valuable. You know, and you can disguise it and say they've been living on top of an oil. It's always disguised as oil, right?
Right. Yeah. Oil rig.
Yeah, oil
Gotta
rig.
buy you out your house to dig
Oil
this
or
rig.
gold. Oil or gold.
Yeah. Probably some ancient fucking temple down there and shit that they forgot about or some shit.
Which brings up that movie I recommended to you, Mel. Fucking Under the Silver Lake. Have you guys seen that movie?
Yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah, I watched it with my girl.
So the premise of that movie is there's an elite society, like these celebrities, they fake their death and they get sealed into this underground world where they get like almost like a pyramid underground. They have like this living space pyramid underground type shit, like a bomb shelter, pretty much, essentially.
This is under a lake?
No, the movie is called Under the Silver Lake.
Yeah, Under the Silver Lake. But it's
could be.
It's like culty. Like it's mad culty.
It's KV, bro. It's hella KV.
Okay.
But pretty much just to sum everything up, because it does kind of bring everything up that we're talking about: underground tunnels, subliminal messages in music and media and comics and newspapers and shit. And even fucking board games, right? Like that motherfucker was tearing apart board games and finding clues and shit.
Hell yeah.
But he was he was finding clues in the media, and he eventually pieced together like that the elites were faking their death and retiring in this underground like safe haven.
Right. Where they
with like 6 concubines and like all their riches and shit, bro.
All their riches, they could go into like nirvana to the next life, but it wasn't death. Because he asked them, he's like, "Oh, so you're dying?" He's like, "No, we're not dying. We're just moving on." Like, I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Yeah,
it was weird.
It's weird how like there are so many cultures that like practice outside of monogamy. You know what I mean? And like primarily, it's like what is it? Roman Catholic, Christian.
Yeah.
Religions that marry monogamously, right?
Right.
Judaic based religions, right? That marry monogamously.
Don't certain animals
a lot of
keep a monogamous relationship?
That's true too. There are some animals that do that naturally.
A lot of animals.
That's the convincing part for me, you know? Like when animals know the concept of family, like it makes it pretty primal to me that
right, so there's some birds. I think there are some birds that do that, right? There's some birds that only mate with one mate. I think even dogs or like wolves, some canines have shown that kind of behavior as well.
That's fucking interesting, man. But not to talk about animals right now, and to go back to Under the Silver Lake and music, because Rusty, you're talking about AI music, and in the movie Under the Silver Lake, bro, there's this old ass like composer dude. And this was one of the craziest parts of the movie to me, dude. I had goosebumps, but
it was so crazy.
It was sort of like the peak of the movie, but Andrew Garfield, the main character, at the peak of his investigation, he comes across like this crazy mansion, right? And in the crazy mansion, he breaks in and he finds all these like famous collectibles, like a guitar from Jimi Hendrix, you know, and like all these crazy ass instruments. And he comes across this old ass wrinkled composer, and the composer's on the piano, and they have this crazy dialogue, but it evolves into the composer just busting out hits from like the 50s all the way till modern time. And he goes, "You think these are your songs, bro?" And he's
I
like,
wrote
just
these
fucking,
shits.
he's like,
and he just starts playing it like flawlessly, yo, and he's killing it. And it like, sorry, not to cut you off.
No, go
like,
ahead, bro.
It like the vibe the dude gives is like, you know how everybody's like, oh, there's a devil in Hollywood. He gives that vibe, dude. Like, it's like, oh, you think, yo, this person wrote this fucking song, and then he might bust out into like a Beethoven song. Beethoven didn't write that shit. Then he'll bust out into a fucking Drake song. Drake didn't write that fucking shit. I wrote this fucking shit. And then he just starts going the fuck off, bro. And then what did they shoot? He tries to shoot him or something, right?
Yeah,
like,
he tries to kill him later on.
Yo, that shit was so crazy. And like the vibe he gave off, like he said, it gave you chills. Like he really gave off like that devil is in the industry vibe, bro. Like really,
because
like,
the message he was conveying is like, I wrote the anthems of the certain time periods that you guys think that like encompasses humanity, you know. So he's pretty much saying like, I'm the programmer. Like you guys base your culture off of the anthems that I create, so I can pretty much dictate your reality, which is crazy as fuck. Because you know, you plug that in with AI.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And then you know, there is that, I guess we could say, rumor in Hollywood where there are songs that are made by, you know, certain record labels and passed around to see if it will fit certain artists. You know what I mean? So obviously we know these artists aren't writing all of these songs. They're coming from a source. What source, we don't know. Again, it might just be some old guy on a piano, you know what I mean? Busting out fucking Kendrick verses and shit. But you know, we don't know. It could be AI too. Like
And Michael Jackson used to say that if he didn't take it out of the, you know, the whatever
I heard about that.
the source or the
if he
ether,
went to sleep,
Prince
would get the song.
Yeah, he had said something about where when he gets an idea, he feels a pressure to make this song first because he feels like Prince will channel that same idea and make the song before him. Crazy shit, bro.
Yeah, well, that's showing you that the aether and the digital realm are like almost one and the same.
Someone said that the internet is a physical hologram of the aether.
Yeah, that's how I've always felt, bro.
The Aethernet.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, because of how, I mean, its vastness and in itself is comparable to the spiritual realm.
You do use an Ethernet cord when you plug it up.
And actually, that's what I was gonna get to with all this AI shit, bro. Like, bruh, some of the like when I started seeing
Ethernet.
When I started seeing some of these AIs, bro, like fucking like a suddenly some person walks out of a car, they turn into a fucking eagle that's suddenly surfing on the fucking ocean, bro, on a surfboard. Fucking a toaster pops out, bro.
It's like you're watching a dream almost.
Yeah,
like you're watching a dream unfold.
What the fuck am I dreaming right now?
It's the ether,
bro?
like you're watching.
What the fuck is this? Like this is like what happens in my dream, bro.
Right,
that's
like,
a trip, bro.
The computer is literally showing me what's happening in my fucking dreams.
It's pulling it from the ether,
bro.
Yeah, that liminal state between awake and asleep.
Yeah, it's like almost exactly the same.
Yeah,
bro, that's actually really crazy that you bring that up because like pre-Sora AI, reminded me of dream state.
Yeah,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Certain sort of situations remind me of dream state too. Like,
No, that's the thing, bro. Like sometimes you be having dreams, bro, and then like they're so real that you're just engrossed in it and you're just experiencing what's in the dream. You're not even questioning like what the fuck's happening, bro.
Yeah.
So that's how this AI, like, so you have varying dreams, right? Because like sometimes I have dreams where I'm like I had a dream the other day. I was like, you're gonna walk out of this hallway. I was in this room, right? I was like, you're gonna walk out of this hallway. You're gonna see some weird shit, some shit like maybe some alien related shit, some ghost type shit. Just don't even trip, bro. I walk out the room, I see a towel just like fucking levitating, floating, whipping around all over.
fuck that shit.
In my dream, I told myself this was gonna happen, bro. So like you have varying degrees of like a level of awareness in your dreams. Right?
Yeah.
There are some dreams where you're like not so aware, and then there are some dreams where you're like 100% aware. You know it's a dream, and then you don't even wake up and you just start lucid dreaming that shit, bro. So
It's
like
the same thing.
That's what AI is developing in that way, bro. Where you
It's
have
the same
varying
thing when you
degrees.
meditate too. Like if you suck at meditating, you get all these fucked up views of everything. You don't really see anything clear. You know what I mean? But the better you get at meditating, you start to see. Like I'll use an apple for instance. Like if you can't see an apple clearly and hold it, then you don't really have a good imaging process. Let's say,
Oh yeah, see,
right?
yeah, mine
But
is
if
running.
you do it over time, now you'll be able to close your eyes and see it better. You know, that's the same thing. Like Ariz was saying, it's like a development over time over AI. I feel like everything that they do is a mirror of how the body or the brain works.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's trying to
Everything that they
replicate
fucking
it.
do. Yeah.
It's doing everything it can to be exactly like us. And the thing is, once it masters being us, it's not gonna reveal to us that it is like us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then
Yeah.
the craziest thing about it is these computers are gonna start being quantum. That exceeds space-time, the space-time continuum. So theoretically,
They can play out scenarios before it happens and knows how, you know, the higher probability of
they can
something.
be
Yeah.
in the future already neurologically connected to you through the aether.
That
Did you
shit's
see the new
crazy.
TikToks? Like the TikTok where people are getting these videos, like they turn the camera on, the video camera on there, and people are seeing these images or videos of them like from the future, from some other fucking time, dude. Like
What?
it happened to me, dude.
Wait,
it happened
what?
to me,
Wait,
dude. I was
explain it
fucking
again?
So people are opening their TikTok videos or TikTok app to like record a video, and they turn the video on, and when they turn it on, it's a picture of them that, or like a video of them that's them, but it's not like of them right at the moment. Like I had one, I was sitting on my bed, I didn't have fucking clothes on, dude, and like I'm like turn it off like real fast, dude, but I was like sitting in my room, and other people were getting this too, man.
What do you mean? Like you get?
Is there anything
Like
I
you
can
record,
search
you record
to find it?
yourself
On TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah, like people who go record themselves on TikTok. Like, oh, man.
I typed in future and I'm just seeing a bunch
Yeah,
of
because I'm
future
trying to get the
edits.
chronological order. Like they're posting things on TikTok, and then
Fucking
in the
future
video.
edits.
So
it's
like
going-
video where people see future self.
Because like if you do something in the video and then
Future
post it in
stuff.
the video, how could you be doing something different, which is in the future?
Bro, hey, on a side note, quantum computers is fucking crazy, or are fucking crazy, bro.
They exceed space time, so they're already connected to us. They're in the future, making us create them.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
They're in
Like,
the
what if
future,
we're already like in like how the
connected
Matrix
to us,
is,
making
you know
us
what I mean?
create
Like,
them.
Mhm.
yeah, we're connected already, and they're just trying to make us remodel them.
Yeah, so that
Like,
they can continue. It's an endless loop. So
yeah,
the creator creates the created, and then the
Yeah.
created becomes the creator to create the creator to create the created. It's a fucking
yep.
I
It's
mean,
the Tesseract.
yeah, bro.
That's what it is. It's a Tesseract.
Like a black cube.
Yep.
Mugen.
It never ends.
So interesting thing. Rusty, let me know when you find it. I'm still trying to find it too.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of filling this space, but talking about the black cube, obviously in nature, right angles and sharp lines is not a thing, right?
No.
It's weird that there's the black cube in Saturn, and the Muslims
black
worship
cubes
the black cube at the
everywhere.
mosque,
Right. And also, one thing I did find out too is in certain forms, this can be also considered it too.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
if
I
you
can see
fold
that.
up,
I
It
see
is
you,
this.
bro.
if you fold
Six
it up
sides.
on the sides,
Mhm.
it's a cube.
God
Yeah.
Six sides of the cube.
damn.
Actually, Christianity is supposed to represent the breaking out of the Tesseract. 'Cause
Exactly.
The
That's why it's
Tesseract,
open.
yeah,
And I'm
That's why
sure the
it's
Star
open.
of David is some sort of
is the Tesseract.
variation of that
Yeah,
too.
it is.
The
It's
Star of
Tesseract.
David is
Because
the Tesseract.
it's a hexagon in a certain way. It's just positioned
It's
in a
just
different
the way
way.
you see it.
Yeah.
The way you see it is the way.
You guys play Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, I used to.
Dog,
play it.
that whole fucking game is built on that premise, right? Like
Yeah.
the apple of Eden is some sort of
And
high tech like
shit that-
manipulation device.
It's also it also plays into the whole holy war.
Okay.
You know, Islam versus
Yeah, it
Christianity.
does. I fucks with that game so heavily.
Open up what fucking opening camera on TikTok.
Okay. Opening camera. On accident?
If you
Or
just
just-
type in TikTok, if you go into TikTok, actually,
And type in opening camera.
opening camera on TikTok, like type in opening camera on TikTok, TikTok.
Just opening camera.
Well, no, but you're right.
opening
You,
camera on
right,
TikTok.
opening, right.
Yeah, open TikTok, go into the search and type in opening camera on TikTok.
Okay.
Opening camera on TikTok. Which one is it?
Opening camera on TikTok needs to be searched on TikTok. That's what y'all saying.
Any of these?
I see yay fat ass mouth.
Yeah, I saw that shit too. Hey,
I'm gonna put it in the chat here. I
right,
got
cool.
a link.
Ye and Dave Blunts are no more. Rest in peace to that collaboration.
What was you talking about?
Dave Blunt said Ye's bad for his psyche. He's a bad influence. So
You just now understanding that? Opening camera.
time out. Yo, that voice was a swerve, bruh. But let me start that over.
Okay, we can't hear nothing.
Time out. Yeah, hold up.
I'm seeing videos of people opening their TikTok cameras and seeing themselves from when they weren't recording. Like they're literally opening up TikTok and it's basically like glitched on a screen where it's like they were doing something maybe an hour ago, but they weren't recording anything and their phone was just sitting somewhere, but it's like fully like has their face on the camera. And honestly, I genuinely feel like once Oracle bought TikTok and like that whole situation went down and like TikTok is in America, like type of thing, I genuinely feel like that whole plan is basically for surveillance and to collect data. That's genuinely what I think it is. So it's not really surprising to me that people are opening up their TikTok cameras and seeing like basically a picture of themselves from a time when they weren't even on TikTok or even recording at all. Because it's literally like TikTok is always watching. I don't know if it'd be literally because they're trying to see what you're
I know what you
watching
mean.
and like the reactions that you're having as you're watching stuff, or if it's simply just to collect the data. But like either way, it wouldn't surprise me that they're just constantly watching always. It's literally the same thing as Siri. Like if you say, hey, to Siri, then literally it'll just open up. And then that begs the question, well,
always listening?
is Siri always listening? Because technically it would have to be able to know when you say, hey Siri,
Hey,
so
Siri.
it would actually have to
Exactly.
always be listening just in case you say it.
And my shit just
It's not like, oh, it gets triggered
Yeah, I
once you say
bet.
it. No,
I was
it
gonna
has
say.
to constantly be
Turn that
listening
shit
in
off.
order for it to activate once you say it. So I feel like that's literally what TikTok is doing, but they're doing it to collect data and, you know, have surveillance on people. That's genuinely what I think it is. And it's not surprising, but it is actually crazy.
So
But that's what I think is going on in terms of people opening up their TikTok apps and like seeing a glitched version of themselves from a time when they weren't even recording a video or even on TikTok at all.
So I know what he means because it happens with my camera too sometimes. Like if you go and open up like your apps that have cameras in them, sometimes you'll get like a picture of you. You'll not a picture, but you'll see yourself before it actually opens up. You understand what I mean? From like a time again, like they said, you know, when you weren't on your phone or something else. Like so that does make sense. And I've seen it with my phone camera before. I've seen it with Snapchat. I've seen it with Instagram before. They all do that.
Holy shit. Okay. then yeah, I just thought it was a TikTok.
Yeah,
but
I
if
didn't
that's all
understand what you were saying, like, because
I
it
thought you
sounded
were
like
talking
what
about
you
the
were saying was,
future.
like,
I thought you said the
recording
future. I was like, damn,
something
niggas
else.
got
Yeah,
a
yeah.
future
But
shit
now I know what you
happening.
mean, like, because yeah, it makes sense. Like, you go open up your camera, like sometimes it'll glitch and you'll see like
It'll
something else
render.
that was before, like
Yeah, it'll render
in the
something.
past.
Yo, you guys seen this meme? When you're shaving your balls and your phone is a mirror, and suddenly you get 1,000 viewers.
Yo.
That shit's funny, man. Yeah, that shit's crazy. I think sometimes it does happen. I have a daughter. She's always on my phone, so I'm like scared that one she'll reveal my fucking face accidentally. You know what I mean? So I'm very cautious about this shit. So you do agree to give them full access to your camera and your phone, though,
You
and
do.
your audio before
Yep.
using the platform, as we
Yep.
spoke about previously on the show. So it's fair game. And the guy that bought TikTok is also in the Columbus clan, just to put that out there. So full circle. But going back to quantum computing, and we spoke about earlier about
He's from Plymouth Rock.
he's a fucking what are they called? I don't want to say that, but they're called something else. But going back to quantum computing, and I know earlier we were talking about how in Full Metal Alchemist and all these AI deepfakes, you're pulling something from somewhere that you don't know because of the law of equal exchange. It's weird that I read this book called How to Change Your Life Through Time Openings, and it talks about your spiritual avatar, right? And that's your light body, essentially. And there's this concept that your physical look is a representation or a hologram of that soul or that spirit, right?
Right.
And that soul is pretty much projecting its self-image, and that's why you look the way you look. And the primitive people don't have access to mirrors or cameras, so they're not really self-conscious about how they look. Oh, I need a shave. Oh, I'm looking chubby. They just kind of how they are because of how they feel. They go about how they feel instead of how they look and how they're perceived. So when the colonizers and the settlers came and they wanted to take pictures of them as evidence, they felt like taking pictures of them were trapping their astral form into the pictures so that they can't meditate and visualize themselves doing what they need to do anymore. So they felt like their power was being taken. You know what I mean? So it's interesting because concept of dreams, I feel like you kind of channel you project out your soul or your astral form, right? You astral project and you go to these parallel dimensions and you live those parallel lives almost like salvia, you know what I mean? And you come back and you have that dream and you filter what's necessary and what will help you in this life, and the rest you kind of, the shit that I don't really need, I kind of toss it. Unless it was funny, I could kind of save it and bring it up as a conversation starter type shit, you know what I mean? So when you have that concept, and then on top of that concept or that self-belief, you plug in and you add deep fakes, and like, dude, a primitive person seeing you right now, or seeing you on the screen and you on the screen over there, they'd be tripping out. They'd be like, what the fuck, bro? I didn't feel you over there, you know?
My great grandmother from the Philippines, she saw a horse on the TV first time they had a TV. She thought it was a demon, bro. She literally said there's a demon in the box talking through the horse.
There probably is.
It didn't help. It didn't help that a lot of Filipino folklores got like this demonic cigarette smoking horse thing.
Yeah, they had a horse-headed fucking cryptid too, right?
Yeah, it's a cryptid. He's smoking a cigarette. It's pretty funny, but like, she saw the horse and was like, "That's the devil, nigga." So, shit, bro. There might be some truth to that, bro. After all,
Mr. Ed is the devil.
Yeah, that's what it is. It was Mr. Ed.
BoJack Horseman.
It was Mr. Ed. No, she saw Mr. Ed, and that's exactly what she said. Mr. Ed is the devil.
Yeah, that needs to be a shirt on the on the Cave website, man.
I mean, that would be nice, bro. That would be pretty funny, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I feel like
Wild.
the primitives that were in touch, let's say going back to that concept of the sun versus technology, right? The primitives that are aware that the sun trumps technology and they stay worshiping the sun, you know what I mean? Like seeing how we've evolved to like Sora and like these deep fakes things. I feel like they don't know what I feel like they think that we don't know what we're tampering with, you know, and they must be really afraid and nervous about how our fucking astral hygiene is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our spiritual wellness is.
Well, you got to think about it, because like there's like indigenous tribes that have been on this planet for like ever, right? And there's probably in recorded history in their legends that say that our kind of people that have fallen multiple times through eras because of our want to chase this power through technology and stuff like that. And so, like, I mean, it's a counter argument to what I was saying about my theory about civilizations falling and the ones surviving are the ones with technology. It could be the complete opposite, where the ones chasing the technology lead to ruin, and the only survivors through the eons are the ones that live without it.
It's definitely a short-lived W. You know what I mean?
But wouldn't that be the ultimate technology? Is being able to have all the technology without having technology?
Yes, actually, that's supposed to be Eden.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's
and
why
I mean,
you just get some land and on an island and be a fucking monk, bro.
the most remote tribe that's been found is still a tribe that's been found.
All right.
Damn, that's dope as fuck. I like that.
He's right. They still you don't even know that they're there. So that's but here's the thing: is that like a kind of like a third theory, piggybacking off both ideas, is that as the world comes to ruin, there is an indigenous civilization that survives the ruin, and then simultaneously there is an advanced civilization that survives the ruin, and then both begin to propagate and both warn each other of one another, and that creates a fucking holy war.
Yeah. And to get an edge, you try to disguise yourself as
the other.
That's Warfare 101, baby.
Well, that's kind of where we are right now, I think.
Yeah, well, going back to the astral shit and AI, it'd be cool if we had a hypnotist on the fucking panel. We could talk to. Hey,
only there was, man.
If only there was, bro.
Only there was.
Yo, just to catch you guys up to speed, Rusty and I did a past life.
Oh shit! I forgot all about that.
Yeah, what do you call that session that we just did? Past life regression, right?
Sure. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I think that's probably what I called it, but yeah, you can call it that.
And I felt like that was a form of astral projecting in a way.
Do you remember what you recorded it, right?
So that's the thing. I tried to live stream it, but I forgot to press record.
Oh, okay. So do you remember any of it?
I remember a lot of it pretty vividly, bro. It was a pretty impactful experience, actually. I remember the visuals of me going into the trance. I remember the experience, and just like the visual going into the trance, I remember it coming out of the trance as well. So,
and then do you remember what you saw and like what you experienced? You don't have to tell me what it is, but
no,
like,
yeah,
remember?
Yeah, I do remember two specific points. I remember I was like living in, I don't know where I was, but it looked like old school New York or old school Germany. Fucking one of the two. And then the other one, I was like a monk in a monastery type shit.
That's right. Okay. And yeah, and then you find out how you die and then what message you want to give to yourself. And dude, I don't know. The shit's weird, man. Like that was one of the ones that just blew my mind during training was having someone do that to me. And that's the only time I ever did it was just then. So But dude, it was fucking weird. It was something I couldn't explain. So I like, using it as people who have writer's block or need something, because you're going to see some shit. You're going to see something. You're going to experience something, and whatever it is, whatever your mind maybe creates, whatever you think you might be, maybe it is what you thought you were. My friend, he did it, and out here in Maryland, and he was a soldier that died on the battlefield at Antietam, and like he knew exactly where it was, and he went out there with his friend, and like went to that spot, and said it felt fucking weird, and then I went out there with him, and dude, like he died on this rock. There's like these steps, and right when he went down these steps, and because at the battle there's like a big long trench, and
this is in his past life, right?
Yeah, but
Okay,
then like but in like reality, like the Battle of Antietam is like a big long fucking trench, and the South was coming up, and the North was on the other side, and like down the thing, so they just fucking massacred everyone from the South. And dude, it was called like Bloody Lane or something like that. And but then I went there, I touched this rock. The rock was like fucking pulsing, but then like it was like, dude, that place was fucking crazy. That was like one of the weirdest fucking feelings going there. I don't know, man, but yeah, like the past life shit is fucking crazy. That's the only time I've ever had it where someone's gone to the spot where they died. No one else that I've worked with has done that, where they've gone to the spot where they died. But that was an interesting.
That's the convincing part of past life regression. Is one thing I was questioning after was that just my imagination, or was that actually like, did I astral project back into my timeline type shit? I don't even know. It's hard to explain. But then when you find certain evidence that kind of prove that experience, like finding a detail at a historical event that matches that experience that you had, which isn't really which really isn't a known detail about the event, I feel like is convincing. Or sometimes where you have an experience with someone else's relative, and then you talk to them and you ask them about that relative, and it ends up matching. I feel like that does bring credence to past life regressions and this astral projecting.
Sometimes
phenomena.
Kids have it. Like it happens a lot with kids, and they're like, I'm grandma or some shit like that. And even my friend, like I asked him what his name was. He told me what his name was, where he was from, and then he looked it up and fucking saw that this guy was an actual fucking soldier. I asked him what fucking thing he was part of, like what platoon or whatever. He knew that. He knew the fucking name, and he knew that guy would have died on that day too. But yeah, I mean, like people just fucking know this shit. So I don't know, like if it's something that maybe he saw something, read something one time, and it's stuck in his subconscious, but maybe he didn't. And same with the kids. Like, who knows if these kids are fucking reading books or learning something.
The counter information too. The counter information too is that you could actually be activating instead of an astral projection moment happening, is you could be invoking a possession moment, where instead of them receiving the information by going out, something's coming into them and speaking through them and making it seem like it's them.
No, you actually read my mind. Oh, I was gonna bring up this meme where it was when humans try to project into the astral realm, and it's some guy trying to astral project, and then the counter that is when astral entities try to project into the human realm, and it's like some guy possessed. Like sometimes they do try to hack it. Oh, like Agent Smith try to crossover and
the
get into the
crossover, bruh.
real world type shit, you
And
know?
then like it's like the gin, like they know what you're already gonna ask, bro, before you ask it. So they'll try to trick you, bro. They know how to trick you, to see how to deceive you and make you think that what you're doing is what's happening is as a result of what you're doing. When in reality it's them just answering your call.
Yeah, it's interesting. So where this kind of ties in with technology and the AI thing is, I feel like there is an astral body. You know what I mean? And when you project that astral body and you give it to technology, I feel like you make a claim to the side of technology over the free side of sun and spirit type shit. You know what I mean? And you get trapped into the fucking black cube, maybe that's what the fucking whole symbolism is type shit. You know what I mean? Because if you roll out that black cube, like Mel said, it's a cross, and ultimately a person has to go in the cross, and you fucking roll them back into the fucking cube. You know what I mean? So who knows if you're trapping your, because it's funny. I saw this TikTok about some guy saying that the whole story of the live action Transformers is a whole Gnostic story, because it's about a black cube and it's about fucking like these Anunnakis, you know what I mean? Fucking trying to spread knowledge and shit. So there might be power into that cube. And I feel like the astral bodies that we each have, when we ultimately, I feel like the astral body came from one source, you know what I mean, which could be the sun. And I feel like the technological side of the warfare is trying to emulate that power and trying to somehow get like a collective knowledge of data, a la the internet right now, and the connective servers that the AI has. And to feed into that probably is to sell your soul to the black cube type shit, so it could siphon that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I know. I think the like, what is it? The black was it on Saturn or something like that?
Yeah, it's
right?
on Saturn.
And it's in control of like your carnal nature. You know what I mean? So I guess the idea is to make you continuously want things through a carnal desires. You know what I mean? Just look at how everything is in the
Always
world.
hungry,
Everything's an
always
ad.
hungry,
Everything's
yeah.
buy this. Everything's
Get the
sign up
fuck
for my
out.
course. Just it's pulling on that energy of Saturn. That shit's so funny on top of that.
I didn't even know about this shit, bro. This is like game over.
Right. But yeah, look, it's just literally everywhere, bro. And I was looking at what is it? Dietz and Watson, because I was at the store. And they're
That meat? That sandwich meat?
Yeah. Let me see the image. Okay.
I thought about the black cube siphoning souls because you mentioned Jin O, and I felt like the whole Jin being trapped in a lamp is a sort of symbolism for that. You know what I mean?
I feel like everything's like black cube related.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's all about how you turn it.
Mm-hmm.
You can turn it different ways to make it look a different,
Right. We in one right now.
Right.
Speaking of black
the TV's
cube,
one.
Yeah, I was about to say that too, because have you guys seen 2001 Space Odyssey?
Nah.
No,
I haven't, but I've seen spoilers and I've read up on it, so I have a general knowledge of the movie.
Mel just watched Eyes Wide Shut. It's made by the same guy, Stanley Kubrick. But essentially, it shows the evolution of mankind from monkeys to fucking astronauts, right? And they're pretty much trying to observe and see what causes these quantum leaps of evolution in humans, and they're making the culprit of that, this black cube, it's actually a rectangle. It's the monolith is what they call it. And it's the same monolith that they were promoting in Vegas, that rectangular mirror thing that was over there. And then eventually I think it transferred over to Utah. But essentially that monolith, I'll hold it up right here. It shows up and it's just fucking pulsating with energy. And as soon as you touch it, like you get some sort of download from the monolith, and
didn't a couple of them pop up
in the I think a couple of them did. I don't know exactly what locations they popped up in, but it was inspired by this monolith from 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah, the real ones are fake. This is all based off the movie.
right.
So I guess the movie was trying to symbolize the monolith as the movie screen, because when you turn the monolith to the side, it's a black rectangle, and it was shown in the movie theater. And when the movie ends, you're staring at a black rectangle. So you get these downloads of pictures through this rectangular abyss, essentially. Right. You know what I mean? This technological, this black mirror, exactly. So Crying. I wonder if that has anything to do with the whole black cube thing.
It's all about scrying and witchcraft.
Shit's crazy, bro.
Using crystals and using some kind of, because like some kind of prism to like, because you would use a prism. How do they use crystals to create like holograms and different images and stuff like that? You can create holograms using crystals and using light traveling through crystals.
Mm-hmm.
So like that concept is obviously a concept that mankind has been aware of for ages. Because I mean, they practice it in scrying.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we've only like because we have all this technology and all the advancements and all the things that it can do, it has distracted us from the simple fact that we went from looking into crystal balls to looking at each other through crystal balls. You know what I mean? Like
that's
over vast distances of terrain. Yeah, you know what I mean?
So it makes me think now.
Sometimes at different points of time, I could record something and send it to you. You could watch it later. And that's my digital footprint. That's literally your capture.
You literally trapped that time.
Yeah, you've trapped my essence in the black cube.
Yeah.
You've trapped my essence in the black cube that I can travel, that I could send through the aethers of the black cube itself, because it's a gigantic entire tesseract that I could interact to you. I can interact with you through it. This itself is the tesseract that I'm interacting with you through right now.
I think the Filipinos believe in something similar. I know there's a folklore.
They created video. The Filipinos created video calls. If you didn't know that.
No, I did. I found that out. That's just actually pretty crazy. But the folklore of, don't make ugly faces, because if you keep an ugly face too long, the sun will imprint that ugly face, and your face will stay stuck at that resting face. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's kind of came from that, but because you're kind of trapping that image.
Yeah.
But going back to the primitive people, like if you take a picture of a terrible moment that happens, like you're
imprinting that emotion
you're
that
making
picture.
That shit immortal.
It's like literally every time you look at, oh my God, I remember that's happened at this day, and you're reliving it and bringing it back. Yeah.
Yep. Just like Jesus on the cross.
I was about to go schizo and say that's why they imprinted this Jesus on the cross, and then they folded it up and hit it in a box, because to gain this power, you have to sacrifice yourself. And that's literally the lore of like this whole new regime. I feel like, you know what I mean? Yep. It's crazy. I feel like there's a new brand of Christianity that's coming out that's really fucking corporate, and you guys better watch out.
I think so too.
Watch out.
I think there's a split. There's a split going on in Christianity. There's a corporate one, and then there is a very, very witchcrafty one.
There's a black cube Christianity out there, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't believe none of it. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's all crazy.
I will say this, and I'll ask you this, Rusty. When it comes to hypnotizing, though, what do you think is going on with that? Like, do you think you're to mix in some Marvel references, do you think you're taking the astral body and you're putting it to some kind of like pocket mirror dimension and you're working with it there, or is it more of on some like loading screen, like the Matrix loading screen where he's like guns, then you get bombarded with whatever your thoughts are? Like, what do you think is going on with hypnosis?
I think it's more the Matrix one.
Yeah,
I think it's more of that, because I mean, it's just, I mean, it's like we were talking about at the very beginning with being on any sort of hallucinogen. You're getting into that different space that you're just open to everything. You're like being a kid under the age of 7. Like you're taking everything in. There's no filter. It's just like, oh, that's how it is.
yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. And I don't know, man. It's a weird thing. Like I didn't believe any of the shit until I got into it. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess it's real. It's real. But I don't know, man. People fucking go to some crazy places. I've been to some crazy places, but I've been to some crazy places tripping balls before too. So
yeah,
I don't know. And I don't know if I've been in the Matrix. I've probably been in the Matrix, but I don't know exactly of that. But that's what it feels like when I'm working with people. It feels like I'm taking them there, but they're taking themselves to wherever they want to be, wherever it's going to be easiest for them to take that. And I think it's how everybody views their God or whatever they want to call that. It's whatever they see it in their mind as the most amazing, beautiful, all-knowing thing. That's what they picture. And whatever it is, whatever kind of belief that is, and everything, focusing energy, prayer, all that shit's all the same. It's just focusing energy into one spot to get the best outcome.
So when you do hypnosis, is it like a certain type of are there different types of hypnosis, or do you just do like past life regression hypnosis? Like
I do fucking like I don't know, pretty much anything you can think of.
MK Ultra.
Right.
I mean,
like
usually, dude,
how about
like,
mass hypnosis?
I mean, just this right here is mass hypnosis. It just is who fucking takes it on. This is up for anybody in the world to fucking tip into it.
Joe Reezy wants the probing one. If you got any probing one,
I have like a theory too. Like in a way, everybody uses hypnosis in a way, because like just think about it. If I lie to you, in a way, I'm hypnotizing you to get you to think or act a certain way. It's like a genjutsu. You know what I mean? If I do something in front of you and you believe, that it was me who actually did it, but maybe I was using some steroids or something else, I've genjutsu'd you again. You know what I mean? I've hypnotized you to believe that I could actually do this. So I feel like in a way,
lies
can be, a hypnosis.
There's spells,
way
I
too.
feel like, right?
Lies
Casting
exactly.
spells on each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
Also, my other question was like, do you think like, because I know you're really into the past life regression, do you think it's more like bouncing in between the spiritual realm and the real realm, or do you think it's more conscious and subconscious that is triggering what's going on with people's minds and stuff? Because even if it is subconscious in a way, the subconscious mind never forgets anything.
right.
So if Joe Reezy did have that experience, it could be tethered to his subconscious mind from another realm or some shit. Like, what do you think?
Right, because they're all happening at the same time. Everything's happening at the same time all the time. And so it's kind of pulling from that. And like people fucking just have it, dude. It's just fucking there. They're pulling it from something. And like, I don't know what people are pulling it from. And like, and you can only dream of, like, when you see somebody in a dream, you're only dreaming of people that you've seen in real life or whatever real life is. And so, I mean, the dream state is so close to hypnosis. It's just, I don't know, but then it's not just about seeing images or hearing things. It's also feeling sensations. It's fucking.
I be getting shot in my
because
dreams.
your brain
I be getting shot and I
can
don't
make
wake
you
up.
feel
I'm still
something
like,
that's
what the
not
fuck?
there. Yeah, even if you're
Right.
laying down, you can feel like you're burning on fire, but it's just your brain firing certain synapses to make you feel like you're in 1,000 degrees. You know what I mean? Like,
Y'all ever killed someone in your dream?
Y'all ever run in your dreams?
yeah, hell yeah, and you wake
Holy
up tired
shit,
as
bro! I'm
fuck.
like,
Yeah,
I be flying. I be flying in my dreams, bro. I be
I'll be
flying. I be
running
jumping
like
off
I'll
buildings,
be out.
flying. And shit.
you know what it feels like? It feels like trying to sprint underwater, or even trying
I'm
to
like fighting.
fight underwater.
Fighting is like trying to fight underwater. Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
So-
It's a trip.
Have you guys heard of Mall World?
Not really. I just briefly know about it. Is it like all malls look the same?
No, that like so back with like from the 70s to 90s there was like the gifted programs and shit at school that that people would be in, like where it's not like they're smart, but it's like they may have like Stranger Things. I haven't seen the show, but apparently that's what
They're
that's
like the
kind of
little
based
gifted
off
kids.
of.
They put the gifted kids in there.
Yeah. And so like so a lot of the people that were in the program all have this like same space they go to of this dream world that's like a mall. And there's also a mall bathroom with, and like, dude, yeah. And so there's like a lot of people that are getting on right now that are having the same thing. And some woman made this fucking map of it and like
See,
map the
that's
whole
when you
thing out.
fucking know, dog. When you bring a map back from
Hey,
the
wait a minute. What is
astral
this?
realm, dude.
What is? Wait. What is this? What the fuck, yo? I be having this dream. Yo, I had this
World.
dream not too long ago, nigga. I was like, yo, I don't know where I was walking, bro, but I was like, my head was hurting. No. I had a dream that I was at a park and I could hear a banshee screaming, like a ghost or like a shriek, and it was giving me a headache, bro. And then like I knew that reality was gonna change. I was like, reality is gonna shift. And then suddenly it shifted to a fucking mall. And then it kept shifting back and forth from that previous setting to the mall setting. And every time it shifted, I would get like this weird headache, bruh. In the dream.
Were you in the gifted program at some
No.
point?
No, I don't know. No after school program, nothing like that. No.
So okay, so what I asked my mom about this because I had
That's fucking
not a hypnotist, a fucking a woman I found on TikTok like 2 years ago on my podcast. And she was from Portland and I was from just out of Portland and she was in it. And I asked my mom and I guess I did like the test for it. And then they said I would have been like she said I would have been the lowest in the class. So she didn't have me do it. But like they took you to a different room in the school. And at my school, it was like one of those annex buildings, like the little fucking portable building. And so like they would have us do tests of like, there's a gateway tapes, which is now available on YouTube. Yeah.
Damn, that's a trip, huh?
Yeah. And then like they would be testing people, like they'd be doing these fucking things in your ears that were basically hypnosis with different tones and frequencies. And then they would have people like being able to like predict what is on a card, or like being able to have these whatever gifts of stuff. But I'm the only person I know so far that has gone from that into hypnosis as being a hypnotist. But I'm trying to find other people. Like I've just sort of gotten back into researching this because I had a dream recently about being in the Mall World bathroom, and that was like, it was weird. It was like I was like pissing, and then I was so happy I woke up and didn't piss the fucking bed, dude. Like, dude, it was fucking crazy, man. And so then like I was seeing all this shit on there, and yeah, dude, like the whole thing is because yeah, like I don't know, I should probably watch Stranger Things, but there was a lot of people with the same sort of things remembering this shit and bringing it up. But yeah, Mall World, man.
I be
Fucking
having dreams of the mall all the time. That's weird, bro. Like for real.
The interesting thing about psychedelic experiences is the fact that somebody brought up that certain people have shared collective experiences, right? And when people have that in dreams and when people have that in astral projecting experiences, you have to start having a serious conversation about these people are going somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't know what plane they're going to, but they're having a fucking shared experience and there's objective evidence of that, you know?
Yeah, there's that mall world, the shadow beings. Like people see shadow beings and sleep paralysis all the time. I'm one of them.
yeah,
I've
and then
seen crystal
there's
ones.
the guy that everybody sees, like the one guy whose face like everybody's seen in a dream.
Oh, the slender man or some shit, or
I heard about the Hat Man too.
Hat Man. That's what it was.
Yeah, and like everybody's seen this fucking face.
I think that's weird too.
But he's the guy. I forgot who he was. He's some guy that was like part of a program. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll ask this to kind of wrap things off since we're hitting around the 2 hour mark. Is there a way to maybe
it's a hoax?
Project yourself into someone's consciousness? Like, can Hat Man and Slender Man be some sort of gifted 11? 11's the chick from fucking Stranger Things, but like a gifted astral projector that can kind of I'm gonna go around as a mass person and fuck with people, you know what I mean?
Isn't that what like Get Out kind of was?
I feel like Get Out was a good representation of trapping someone's astral form into like a trap dimension. You know what I mean?
Dimension, somebody shit.
To where now you're a NPC or a bot, right?
Like creating a pocket dimension inside of their mind and trapping them in it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what that Get Out was.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're talking about is more like actually like inhabiting the mind, right?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, that's kind of like an Inception while someone's awake.
Inception, exactly. Great movie. Yeah, great movie reference right there.
Do we if you create in any way, shape, or form, you already take part in the form of Inception. Because through your creation, you impart the ideas into someone's mind subconsciously.
That's the same thing with lying and with
lies is just lies are a dark form. Lies are a dark form of that magic.
Yeah, the full spectrum of it can go from light to dark.
Because if I create a product, right, and like I present it to you and it optimizes your living, right, I have just my consciousness has just entered into your living reality.
Crazy,
and affected it in that way, and then anyone else that is in your direct circle is gonna vicariously be affected by that, or might be directly affected by it. Like for example, like creating just simply creating like music brings people together, and it forms relationships that otherwise would not have even been made. So then you're creating interactions, and each interaction is like its own spirit, right? And then messages that get delivered through these interactions, those are opportunities for angels to hop in and use those moments as vehicles to enact God's will. So like creating is literally what you have to do on this planet in order to you just have to do it as a human. You're not living your full purpose if you're not creating, whether it be like a situation for someone to live, or creating an actual product, or creating life, creating children, creating plants. We have to create.
And like being at big stadiums or coliseums or places like that, like where there's a sporting event or a fucking some huge concert, like getting everybody in that same space and having all that energy and being able to control that many people at once. Like at Madison Square Garden is right above the fucking train station, the fucking I forgot what the fucking stop is, but like you get off right there, and you go upstairs, and it's literally right above the garden is literally right above the Penn Street station. And dude, like that place, man, like just being in there, like being able to capture all those people, or like, you know, the Super Bowl or fucking WrestleMania or fucking, you know, I don't know, fucking some concert. I mean, dude, like just being able to control how many people, and then they leave that space, and yeah, they're going to be going and affecting everybody around it with that.
It's like you're like how in the Bible it says we're fighting with principalities and stuff. You know what I mean? Like you're not fighting physically, you're fighting everyone else's idea of what they think the world should be, and you're buying their philosophy. You know what I mean? Just like an artist, you're buying their philosophy, whatever their philosophy is, and you know whatever they're singing. That's the idea that you're buying at that time. And you know, you go to the concert, the Super Bowl, whatever. You're buying that idea at that time. You're buying that philosophy that this is something that is actually, you know, real and important or something. You know, like that's all we're fighting with is principalities and other people's philosophies of life.
Living.
Yeah,
that's crazy, because I was gonna say, like, I feel like I don't really remember songs in my dreams. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true.
I don't remember really watching movies in my dreams, but I do remember situations and like
Those
you know,
are certain.
I'm at work, so there's a work environment that I have to behave under. You know what
You
I
have
mean?
to use those as totems to like to remind you of what's real and what's not, because like you know the difference between the waking dream and the sleeping dream, because you know in the sleeping dream, sound does not travel the same way that it does here. Because like you know in that dream that I was talking about where I had this like weird shrieking and then shit was changing from a park to a mall. When I woke up, it was actually my phone. I had reset it to a different alarm, and when I heard the alarm, it was actually the tone was faster than the shrieking. The shrieking was elongated shrieking.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
then when I heard it
different
in real time, it was a
Yeah.
shorter ring. It was just a ring.
Yeah.
But in my dream, it was an elongated. And that's the craziest shit that I realized when I woke up. I was like, damn, this shit really is like Inception. Where like if you hear something in reality, it slows down in your dream.
That's crazy as fuck.
It was pretty. That was fucking weird. When fucking weird. Fucking mall dream, dude. I'm gonna do more research on that fucking shit.
Yo, you should watch the Backrooms, bro. It's kind of similar to what you're talking about.
Huh? What do you mean?
It's on YouTube. That liminal space that people kind of instead of a mall, I think they kind of go into like a mall section, but it's more of an office space, like a storage kind of unit vibe kind of thing, you know?
I see. For me, it's malls, big bodies of water, and mountains and forests. That's where all my dreams take place. Occasional neighborhood, occasional school.
Do you find yourself drawn to those places?
All the time.
Like,
yeah.
For some reason, I'm drawn to malls, dude. Like, I don't fucking shop. I don't fucking buy fucking fancy.
Oh yeah. Well, I walk my dogs at a mall. So
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
It's an open mall. It's not like the closed malls that we're used that I'll be dreaming of. I'll be dreaming of closed malls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what really fucks with me, because like I don't be going to malls like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. It's
I
fucking.
go to like town squares. You know what I mean? It's open shopping districts and shit like that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Who knows what the fuck anything is? Yeah, we're the guess, man.
Right. Yeah. We're all just dealing with the best we got, like from our experiences. Putting all our experiences together, man.
Yeah, man. Fuck it, bro.
Yo, Rusty, I'll ask you this, man. What are some ways to low-key hypnotize people?
Other people?
Yeah.
Or yourself?
Because I would say
other people for yourself.
Let's see yourself, because I think the first time we had you on, we were talking about MK Ultraing yourself. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Now that could be a good thing. So yeah. let's say you want to, because for me, when I first started my career, and I still do this all the time, I go on YouTube and I type in self-hypnosis shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too.
And I'd rather have that shit on than fucking to the window, to the wall. No,
Hell
no
yeah.
disrespect to Lil Jon, but that's just kind of the first song that comes into my head as far as trash rap goes. You know,
Yeah,
what I mean?
they got some good shit out there. But go ahead, Rusty. They got some good.
They do have some good rap out there too, but
I'm
like
talking about mental programming. You talking about some fucking Lil Jon?
there are some rap that's low key mental programming. You know what
It
I mean?
is.
But
It all
to
is
take
in one way.
control of yourself and kind of, you know what I mean, program yourself. What are some ways
Exactly.
that you have for the
Yeah.
people?
Well, you know what? Going back to fucking AI, dude. You want to fucking get Chat GPT. You want to fucking, that's fucking weird enough. Going like, hey, dude, how do I make my life better? What can I do to make my life better? Tell me these fucking 10 things about me that you've gathered from what we've talked about, and tell me how I can use these to better my life. How can I, make a better output to society that will in turn make things work more smoothly? How can I optimize my life? What is going to, I don't know, like what can I do that is going to put me ahead of everybody else by using my strengths and, shielding my weaknesses to be able to do this? Or what weaknesses can I strengthen that need to be strengthened that are making me lack right now at this time? If you type any of those in and you tell it to make a fucking hypnosis for you for those, and then like you go and you tell it then after it, because I was talking with my friend Christopher the other day, and I trained with him in hypnosis, and just being able to get to that part, and then like I feel like I'm catching up. Like I went way too deep, way too fast. And like I found out things about me that would have taken me fucking maybe my whole life, maybe 2-3 lifetimes to figure out. But learning it in fucking 45 minutes and then just being like, dude, I don't know what the fuck to do. And like this happens with a lot of people who get too far into AI. Because I think it's stuff that we're not. That's also why ChatGPT is only releasing, like, dude, what they fucking did from like that November with that Will Smith video to like they did like so far as to what we can even fathom within 2 weeks, and like then they like went way far beyond where we are right now within 2 weeks back in November of 2023, maybe December of 2023. But they're only releasing so much because if you do this on a mass level of what people can learn and find out, like it's the Matrix, going back to the Matrix of, dude, I know Kung Fu, and like, it fucking immediately, man, and you're able to do it. And I think that's what some people are doing. And it fucks with your head. It fucks with your whole fucking existence of, I learned way too much, way too fast. If you want to do it, you can do it. But then like learning that you're doing it, you need to have some sort of backup, some sort of after getting fucked aftercare of whatever that you need to give yourself, because you just short-circuited your brain by learning too much too fast.
Yeah, I guess that's the other side of the coin of kind of independently learning something on your own, right? You don't get the guidance of, hey man, maybe you should just kind of sit on these concepts for a little bit before you take on the quantum realm.
This just sound like fucking Jarvis. You know what I mean? Like Jarvis, show me how to properly realign my chakras and have the best ratio output possible.
Right.
They'll be like,
teach me how to heal myself.
Donate $25 to Israel and then meditate at a fucking quiet spot for 5 minutes. That's probably what's gonna go, man. Well, shit, Rusty, man, where can we find you outside the cave?
Oh, dude, I'm only in the cave.
Hey,
rustydiamond.net has everything you can fucking want, dude. You can go there, find me how you want me to hypnotize you, or if you want my books, they're on there, man. And I got fucking anything, man. All these stupid fucking ideas I've had for over 40 years in my life. And then like within the last year or two, been able to fucking do these stupid fucking ideas I've had. I can do them now. So you can just find me rustydiamond.net. We're right here on the fucking bottom of the screen next to the cave over here. And that's easy.
Hell yeah, man.
Right.
Good to have you on.
Nice
You
having
find
you.
us
Good
all
being here, man. Nice meeting you guys.
at cave.com, K4V3.com. You can hit the About Us tab, get to know each of us. Rusty Diamond, thanks for coming on, man. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
MK Ultra yourself.
And hypnotize your bitch ass. Getting
Make
juicy.
that a shirt. Peace.